Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another RebelScum.com video review, and I am so excited that we finally have the B-Wing. The B-Wing is just my favorite starfighter out of the Rebel Alliance. It's such a cool and unique ship, and also, I really hope that we have Hera's prototype B-Wing coming at some point in the near future of the Micro Galaxy Squadron line, but with the proper turret. There's a pod turret on the bottom of the prototype on this model at some point in the future rather than just a straight up repaint. But anyway, here is the B-Wing and the packaging, and it is in that classic gray and blue Rebel Alliance color for the B-Wing starfighter. On the back, you've got the little blueprint images as well as the hologram image of the B-Wing and some other images and other vehicles available in the line as well. And then, of course, we can't forget our little B-Wing pilot over here, who's in his little personal card back bubble piece. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here is the B-Wing out of the packaging. Now, it is kind of staggered like this, or kind of like this, in the packaging. It is in two separate pieces, so all you got to do to put it together is just one, make sure that the cannons are facing forward. There is a specific shape to the groove. Just line it up. Click into place. You'll hear a very loud and prominent snap. And there you go. There is the B-Wing all put together. And it looks so cool. So here it is in its lay down, landed like position. It does have landing gear. So what you can do is you can take that little landing gear that comes out of the side of the wing there. There's one right here that comes out of the midsection, and then it just sits like so on a flat surface. And the detail on this thing is really cool. They really nailed it with the paint job. Nice bright engine glow on those quad engines on the back. You got some nice little yellow light paint apps right here where the wings base to the main chassis of the ship are. You've got the little orange circle paint bits on there too in various spots. For articulation, you can open the S-foils as well as rotate the cockpit, which is on a nice ratchet. So it's not just going to randomly rotate on you or get crooked and out of place. You can get that full straight look out of it, which looks very cool. And in that nice standard T position, it's just such an impressive looking ship. The cockpit does open. You got that full canopy that opens up right there. We have our little B-Wing pilot here and its own little personal card back bubble. A lot of good detail on this little guy. Got all the little straps and buttons and things painted. Got that right pilot helmet shape. They absolutely nailed this B-Wing pilot. And of course, we got to make him sit in his starfighter. So bring those arms up and get him in that kind of not quite seated position yet. And then just ease him in his fighter there and close that up. And there's our pilot inside his fighter. And also, real quick for comparison, here it is next to the T-65 X-Wing. I love how much taller this thing is next to the X-Wing. Because if the pilots wanted to get up next to each other, you know, when they're flying side by side, it would have to be like this. That's just so interesting to look at for a couple of starfighters side by side, and I just think that is so cool. Here it is next to the Y-Wing, so you can see them side by side, and lengthwise, the Y-Wing and the B-Wing are much more comparable than the X-Wing to the B-Wing. And then, of course, the smallest vehicle that we have so far is the A-Wing. And by smallest, I mean specifically out of the Rebel Alliance vehicles. But here is the Rebel Alliance A-Wing that we also reviewed. And the B-Wing still remains to be my favorite out of the classic Rebel starfighters. This one is just so cool. I've always loved the B-Wing. I know it's in the shape of a T. B stands for blade, not, necessarily the shape. With the X-Wing, it was more due to the shape. With the Y-Wing, it was kind of due to the shape. I mean, that also kind of looks like an A. So you could argue that this could have been called, the T-Wing, since it's in the shape of a T, but nope. The B stands for blade. It's short for blade, or, just blade wing. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's review featuring the new Micro Galaxy Squadron B-Wing, or Blade Wing, whichever you want to call it. The B-Wing is definitely my favorite of the Alphabet Squadron type ships from the Rebel Alliance, and it's just such an awesome design that continues to just be fun to play with regardless of the version of it that gets released. But that said, I also feel like Jazwares absolutely nailed the look and feel of this vehicle. It scales really well next to the other ships, even though the A-Wing is really the only one here that's kind of out of place. Having all four side by side together looks really awesome still. Stay tuned for more Micro Galaxy Squadron reviews. Like and subscribe and check out some of our other content here on rebelscum.com. And make sure you check the main website daily, rebelscum.com, for all kinds of awesome Star Wars fan content, like reviews like this one, Star Wars toy news, reviews, and more. Also, check out our sister website, cooltoyreview.com daily, for all kinds of awesome daily non-Star Wars toy news, reviews, and other fan content, as well as like and subscribe to the Cool Toy Review and Bay 12 YouTube channels for that video content on YouTube. Come spend your summer with us June 27th through the 30th at the first official Rebel Scum Con. To book your experience today, go to rebelscumconventions.com. Once again, that's rebelscumconventions.com, and see all the many Star Wars guests that we have coming out from all over the Star Wars saga. And that's from the very beginning, from Star Wars in 1977 to the most recent completed Disney Plus series, Ahsoka. So check out the website and come see us this summer, once again, June 27th through the 30th. And if you're looking for some awesome Star Wars toys and collectibles, you might want to check out Order 66 Toys. Go to Order 66 Toys on Facebook and tune into the weekly Friday night live sale, which is hosted at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Order 66 Toys Facebook page. They ship all around the world. And last but not least, check out our free archival website, collectorsoracle.com, where there's all kinds of awesome Star Wars toys and collectibles just archived on that website, where you can interact, mark things in your collection if you make a free account, mark things you'd like to have in your collection, share those lists with friends, family, and social media alike. And the best part is, collectorsoracle.com is absolutely free to use. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel Scum.